Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the So much action this college football Saturday. This game's probably getting overshadowed a little bit, but we got an awesome Pac-12 matchup here. Oregon State on the road in Pullman to play Washington State. Washington State getting a full 3 here at home. Total sitting at 56.5. Let's roll.
Welcome to the Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
So this line actually dropped down to 2.5 earlier in the week, but everyone hammered Oregon State at that number. So now we're back up to an even 3. Public's pretty split even, with the money still leaning Oregon State a little bit. So let's start off with some real quick matchup history here. Washington State has owned this series in the last decade. They had actually taken 8 in a row before last season's loss in Corvallis, but now they're back in Pullman. Oregon State has not won a game here in 10 years. Got to go all the way back to 2013 to find the last time the Beavers beat them here. So let's talk DJU for a second. He's off to a great start this season with a new team. I know 61.8% completions and 210 passing yards a game doesn't look amazing. You might be wondering how he has a 162.8 passer rating with those numbers, but look at the yards per attempt, 9.3. DJU is creating explosive plays in the passing game. He's getting the ball downfield. Oregon State looks to be taking a big step forward offensively this year. Beavers have the 14th ranked offense in the FBS so far, and the passing offense has crept into the top 30. You add a good offense to go along with that Oregon State defense that we saw last year, this is looking like a seriously dangerous team in the Pac-12. And I know there's a lot of criticism about Oregon State not playing anyone yet, right? I mean, they haven't played a defense yet. But you know what? San Diego State's defense is ranked number 42 this season, and the Beavers were having no problems getting the ball up and down the field on them. 475 yards of offense, 9.5 yards per pass attempt, 6 yards a carry. But that was at home. This one's in Pullman. Historically, not the easiest place to travel to and score points. And Washington State's defense may not be quite as good as it was last year, but it's still a top 40 defense, 36 in the FBS, 49th against the run, and 31st against the pass. We just saw Wisconsin come into Pullman and really struggle to move the ball. Just 368 yards of total offense, 6.9 yards for pass attempt, 3.1 yards for carry. Just 3.1 yards to carry to Wisconsin. And they lost 3 fumbles, so they were having all kinds of problems. So as good as Oregon State's offense looks, going on the road in this hostile environment against the best defense they've seen all year, it's going to be tough. I don't think Wisconsin's that good. I'm not really a believer in this Luke Fickell team right now, especially offensively. And Washington State's other 2 opponents were Colorado State and Northern Colorado. Washington State was just 99th in returning production on the defensive side of the ball entering the season, and they lost their DC from last year. So I think the Cougars defense is a bit overvalued in my opinion. Now on the other side of the ball, this is where I think we could start to find some value for Washington State. And I know that sounds crazy because Oregon State had an elite defense last year, and they're off to an even better start this year. Oregon State's got the 8th ranked defense in the entire country, 15th against the pass, 7th against the run. So how are we finding value for Washington State on this side of the ball? The truth is, I have a couple concerns about the Oregon State defense. Number one being, Beavers have not seen an offensive threat at all this season. The best offense they've seen all year is Cordero and San Jose State. They're ranked just 66th. I mean, they're okay, but I wouldn't compare them to Cam Ward and the Washington State offense at home. And if you remember last season, Oregon State did have an elite defense, but it was much better at home in Corvallis. They allowed a full touchdown more and almost a full yard more per play and per carry on the road than they did at home. All in all, does Oregon State have the better team? Yeah, probably. But I think it's a mistake letting us get a full 3 at home here in Pullman. I think we're looking at a battle. So I'm definitely taking Washington State plus 3 in this one. Give me the points. If you want my top bets, parlay of the day, if you want to join the Discord, or if you want to get on the NFL against the spread giveaways, last week's winner got a signed Drake London helmet. This week's winner gets a signed David Montgomery jersey. If you're interested in any of that, head over to KyleKirms.com. All the info's right there on the homepage. College football week 4, absolutely loaded slate. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.